About a week ago, in episode 6/7 of Facts and Features, I challenged my audience to do a variation of the Versatile Assassin Challenge. They had to kill a target in each of the following ways: shooting a target in the head with a sniper rifle, causing any lethal accident that isn't drowning, poisoning a target with lethal poison, drowning a target in any body of water, and finally, garroting them with a fiber wire before storing their body in a box. All of this had to be done silent assassin. The winner was to be the person to do this in the lowest amount of in-game time. I planned for this to require doing multiple maps, meaning anyone can do the challenge on whatever map they prefer. After this announcement, someone asked if they could do all of the kills on a single map, and I jokingly said, "I'm pretty sure you can't unless you find a magical map with 5 targets." Then I was reminded of the existence of Berlin, a magical map with 5 targets. Oh well. So I split the challenge into 2 categories. The first would include any run featuring Berlin. This would play more like a traditional speedrun challenge, going extremely fast and taking huge risks for tiny time saves. The second category was Berlinless, which would be extremely open-ended in nature. Any officially released sandbox maps were on the table, including main missions, bonus missions, and even elusive targets in ghost mode, provided you played the latter 2 on official servers. 2 categories, 5 targets, in 7 days. This is weekly challenge number 2. First 2 runs, in true weekly challenge style, were pretty bad. Tommy Petrol was first on the leaderboard in Berlin with a run that was 4 minutes and 10 seconds. Meanwhile, Captain Spaghetti cobbled together a Berlinless run that was over 20 minutes long. However, these 2 runs were very helpful for 2 reasons. First, longer runs mean more B-roll to use when I'm speaking. Second, they very quickly identified some components of the best strategies for their respective categories. Tommy started as the biker due to its proximity to both targets and an exit, which would become such a staple of the category that the top run wouldn't even leave the biker building. Spaghetti found the winning combination of doing Colorado plus a map with 1 target. While other runners also utilized Colorado, they would go to a map with 2 targets, often Paris, which would result in wasted time. However, Spaghetti's Colorado was very slow and relied on mission stories, and they decided to kill Alma Reynard with consumed poison, which is already a slow kill, but was made even slower when they accidentally interrupted her evening tea and had to restart the mission, causing even more time loss. But once those 2 runs broke the ice, they just kept on coming. Tommy Petrol decided to shift to Berlinless runs, seizing the second leaderboard with this amazing run. Throwing the baseball here turns Sean Rose's bodyguard away just long enough for Tommy to garrote the first target, who's conveniently right next to a box. Using the seeker on that hacker before Penelope gets him out of the way and might manipulate where she pukes.
Easy now, big boy.
The smell of hot milk.
So, young friend.
You're wasting your time.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Leave messages.
And now Penelope has been drowned, the fiber wire and toilet kills out of the way. And you might have noticed that Tommy used a pistol to kill Ezra, which, if you've been paying attention, doesn't count for the challenge. The headshot kill must be made with a sniper. Those gunshots panicked Maya and caused her to go into lockdown, which makes her run to a place where she'll be safe. Unfortunately for her, her route is anything but.
Entire Parvati is down. Good work.
So that's Colorado down in 104 seconds. There were 4 targets, but Ezra doesn't count, so only 3 of the kills have been done. Now Tommy needs to kill 1 target with lethal poison and another with a sniper rifle, which takes us to Paris. Starting his tech crew, Tommy is able to immediately grab the fireworks detonator, the key to quickly and easily isolating both Victor and Dahlia. However, due to his starting position of choice, Tommy can't bring his sniper rifle on his person. It's had to be smuggled into the shed near the helicopter exit. That'll be important later. Tommy prepares his poison to kill Dahlia, but first he needs to close these doors. Despite their transparent appearance, they're functionally opaque to NPCs, meaning you've got to make sure they're closed if you don't want to get spotted from the auction room. Now that Dahlia is being eliminated, all that remains is to kill Victor with a sniper headshot. Tommy aims with his subsonic rifle and takes a shot at Victor, at precisely the right time for nobody to see the body. With one last quick interact to enter the helicopter, that's Paris done in 94 seconds, and all 5 kills done with a total score of 198 seconds. At this point, only 1 Berlin run had been submitted, meaning that this was not just the fastest Berlinless run, but also the fastest run total. And just a few hours later, Tommy submitted another run, this one getting an earlier poison kill by using the syringe in Colorado's basement to illuminate Ezra. While this made Colorado itself slightly slower, it saves a ton of time in Paris. We can get an early pistol kill on Victor, use a muffin to quickly get downstairs while the fireworks do their magic, and get the sniper headshot on Dahlia. Paris finished in 53 seconds, giving Tommy a high score of 160 seconds in Berlinless. Meanwhile, in a different European country, progress was being made in the Berlin category by Bane? No one cared who I was until I went really fast. I'm just going to go with Bane. Anyway, Bane did some work on Berlin, which looked a little like this.
I bet we can get a better price out of those Delgado shits.
It's Lowenthal. Please report. We're down a man. Stay focused. He's not playing.
Here they use a variant of the guard panic glitch, which I've explained before in Facts and Features number 1.
Calm down. What happened? Tell me. Come on! Shoot that white son of a bitch! I lost sight of suspect. Anyone see him? Hey! Austin!
Tremaine, are you still there? Agent Swan, are you still there? 3. We've lost 3. If any of you have been waiting for your chance to snatch glory from the jaws of defeat...
With poisoning, garroting, and accidenting out of the way, Ban now only needs to drown a target and headshot another with that sniper rifle on 47's back. The silenced SMG is really pulling its weight here.
That ain't the best way. Okay, continuing search.
Ben hesitates for a moment to make sure they get the shot, and it lands, hiding the target's body out of bounds as well. Now we just need the drowning.
Are you there, Agent Rhodes? Report. That's our fourth man down. My God, this is an embarrassment. How do you expect to look each other in the eyes after this?
Get your asses in gear, men. How hard can it be?
I love the juxtaposition between the speedrunning strategies and this super long drowning animation. And with the drowning and that filthy portable toilet, Ben's final objective has been completed. So, with the scooter stolen, Ben's run stands at 161 seconds. With the second submission, they shaved 13 seconds off of that, giving them a final score of 148, at which point they were playing for so long, they proclaimed that if anyone beat it, they would cry. Under 2 hours later, Girl Corps, the winner of the first weekly challenge, adapted their strategy and beat them by 3 seconds. But then, not satisfied with letting Girl Corps get another challenge win, good old Tommy Petrol came back to life.
Sports? I like sports. Sports are good. Sports, shut.
Okay. Shouldn't leave that here, sir.
Tremaine, are you still there?
That first bullet causes a leak in the propane tank, which will kill the agent who takes a smoke by it.
Operative down.
The second shot lured Green into a position where he can be sniped without getting spotted.
Green! Agent Green, are you still there?
Come on! Target is locked. I repeat, target is locked. Command!
The knight takes rook. That's another one down. Do not let him turn this situation around on us. That makes 4. If any of you make it out of this debacle, you'll be the laughing stocks of the ICA.
The man's a machine.
Agent Lowenthal, please report.
That was Berlin done by Tommy Petrol with a score of 110, but just like with Ben's run, it will be optimized by another runner, in this case Purple Key, to save 3 seconds, giving Purple a score of 107. Now during the weekly challenge, we like to discuss theoretical approaches together, in addition to actually submitting runs. Red Fox 5000, who is a proper speedrunner, theorized that a faster time could be accomplished without using the biker entrance. A little while later, they submitted this.
Maybe. I got a ticket in my locker, but I don't want to blow it.
All right, don't waste the opportunity. We don't need our noses bloody today. We're down a man. Stay focused. He's not playing. Swan, are you still there?
We've got him. He's here.
Good work. Now press the advantage while you still can. Davenport, come in. Agent Davenport, are you there? Four agents down. This is beyond the pale, gentlemen. I am speechless.
Shit! We need to man up.
An absolutely amazing run from a very skilled member of the Hitman community, doing a fantastic job of thinking outside the biker box. Unfortunately for Red Fox, there's one letter standing in their way. H. H is a prominent member of the community's Discord who really loves hammers. In fact, if you join the server, it's very likely that you'll immediately be asked for your opinion on hammers. You see, H likes to document their ongoing attempt to create consistent ways to beat every World of Assassination level with only hammers. No guns, no lockpicks, not even keys. Only hammer. Silent assassin, suit only, hammer only. As one might imagine, attempting this challenge can have some damaging effects on the brain, the primary symptom of which is extreme persistence. So when I joked that I might make Sasso Ho a weekly challenge if H wins, they dedicated days to making a run of Berlin. What you're about to see is a 100% original run made by H without watching other runs or even asking for advice. Keep in mind while watching that the time to beat is 1 minute and 40 seconds.
Sports? I like sports. Sports are good.
Sports, you're always complaining. We get porn, you complain. We get sports, you also complain. It's never the right kind of sport.
Tremaine, are you still there?
Central, nothing to worry about.
Went down a man. Stay focused. He's not playing.
One of those,
Easy now, bitch.
Are you there, Agent Rhodes? Report. That's our fourth man down. My God, this is an embarrassment. How do you expect to look each other in the eyes after this? Enough! He got another. You're sitting ducks. Evacuate the area immediately.
What a run. The speedrunner is beaten by the hammer guy by 1 second. Oh, and for good measure, H also made a Berlinless run because they really wanted to give me no excuse to not do Sasso Ho.
Welcome to Mumbai.
Our first map is Illusions of Grandeur, where H immediately uses the Trank glitch to get a silent assassin snipe on Basil Carnaby in public.
Yes, sir. As I said,
Target eliminated. Looks like no one else needs to worry about falling under Basil Carnaby's spell.
Next is Colorado, where immediately we can see that H isn't getting the easy fiber wire kill on Sean.
Damn.
Instead, they seeker both Sean and Penelope.
Bodyguard wants.
hey.
You need help.
Graves is down. Excellent work, 47.
With Penelope drowned, all that's left is the fiber wire and the accident. Ezra down. Now it's just the accident on Maya.
Good work, 47.
Just gotta get the timing on this bail right. H has decided against using Tommy's riskier strat of intentionally panicking Maya into lockdown.
This camp has increased recently.
With a brilliant 2-minute Colorado, H has a total score of 136 in Berlinless, beating Tommy's best time by 24 seconds with a run submitted just 20 minutes before the challenge's deadline. H has won both categories of Weekly Challenge number 2, Versatile Assassin. And now, as I'm an envy of my word, it is my pleasure to announce our third weekly challenge, Silent Assassin Hammer Only. Based off of H's very own Sasso Ho challenge, Saho is our new way to force you guys to play another map that you all hate for my entertainment. Chasing a Ghost from Mumbai has the most hammers of any mission in the trilogy, with 12 of the beauties lurking around the level. You must start with nothing but the suit on your back. You're not allowed to pick up anything that can be equipped except the hammers around the map, which are your only permitted means for subduing NPCs. Each of your targets also must be knocked out with a hammer before you kill them. Finally, you must exit the mission Silent Assassin with 8 of Mumbai's 12 hammers equipped. The full rules, as well as all of the submissions, can be viewed on my Discord server linked below. Also, there's a spreadsheet containing every submission from every weekly challenge, including the original videos without my commentary. This challenge will be lasting a little bit over a week due to both the incoming release of Ambrose Island and my birthday, which is today as I'm writing this, but yesterday as I'm reading this. Submissions will be accepted until the deadline of the 26th. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Cassie, and have a nice day.